Hello everyone, and let's talk about how small generative AI hubs can transform your association without breaking the bank. So, generally, when we talk about generative AI, its benefits is that it improves efficiency, innovation, effectiveness, and member engagement. So you can get better member engagement at a lower cost, better advocacy at a lower cost, better industry leadership at a lower cost. And here's how you unlock these benefits. You make sure that you establish a small hub, a center of excellence for generative AI without overspending. It can function with a staff of 2 to 3 people, or even a committee of volunteers supported by a staff member. What it does, this center of excellence, is that it centralizes AI expertise and fosters a culture of learning, helps share the best practices across your association, across your staff, across your volunteers, and even across your members. Now, let's talk about why generative AI is good for association. Now, we've known that from other associations I've worked with, it customizes member content to help boost engagement and retention. It automates routine tasks, enhancing operational efficiency, so again, more efficient. It analyzes member data to uncover trends and insights, making you more effective, and it customizes and personalizes engagement to individual member segments and even specific members, again, making you more effective in reaching your members. In order to think about setting up a center of excellence, you want to do two things. You want to get some external insights on how other associations and even nonprofits and companies are using generative AI, and an internal audit on how your existing staff, volunteers, and members are using generative AI. So let's talk about the first. You want to study how your peers in associations, other organizations are using generative AI for advocacy, for member engagement, for education, for various sorts of internal, operational, financial processing, financial data analysis, and so on. Everything that you need. Identify the relevant use cases that you can adopt for your associations, like creating member materials with generative AI. Adopt these successful strategies to pilot them and adapt them to fit your association's specific needs, and then make sure that you spread them throughout your association while avoiding common pitfalls by seeing what challenges others faced and avoiding those challenges. That's external. Internally, what you want to do is conduct a survey to assess how staff, volunteers, and even members are already using generative AI tools in their activities. Encourage them, your stakeholders, to share their experiences and ideas for AI applications within your own context. Focus on empowering individuals. We've seen productivity gains of up to 70%, although closer to 30 to 40% is more typical, but up to 70% on generative AI usage. And then use findings to guide training and deployment of generative AI, and that's what I work on a lot with associations. Now, using that, you'll want to set up a center of excellence. Start small. Again, a couple of dedicated staff members or a committee of volunteers supported by a staff member. It doesn't have to be much time of the staff member. It can be 5 to 10 hours a week. Provide resources and training to support the ongoing learning of whoever is in the center of excellence, and help them train others. Share these materials that they learn about and best practices that they develop with others. Make sure that generative AI initiatives are aligned with your association's broader mission and strategic goals, and position the Center of Excellence as a catalyst for innovation and collaboration. Here's how you think about the principles for a successful Center of Excellence from what I've seen with other associations. Define a clear vision for the role of AI in fulfilling your association's mission. Foster cross-departmental and cross-chapter collaboration and knowledge sharing. It's easier to do it within your departments, but you also need to make sure that you do it within your chapters, or if you have sectors, like let's say you have a group for young professionals or other various segments of your association membership. Make sure that they get this information, whatever is working for their division, and spread it to others. Then commit to continuous improvement through feedback and adaptation. So learn how generative AI is used and improve it over time. And promote a culture of experimentation and skill building in generative AI. Now, as we finish up, I want to share that I've seen these centers of excellence help generative AI revolutionize member engagement and operations, make them much more effective and much more efficient. These small focused hubs can drive change without overhauling your whole structure or breaking the bank. And associations that embrace these generative AI centers of excellence are going to be the ones that succeed in seizing the future in our increasingly disrupted world. And if you have any questions about any of what I shared, please email me at gleb@disasteravoidanceexperts.com. That's GLEB@disasteravoidanceexperts.com.